For decades, we've seen them in the movies, right? We've read about them in books. But in 2025, it's official. Humanoid robots have left the sci-fi lab and are walking right into our world. And it is happening at a scale and a speed, starting in China, that is just, well, it's staggering. So what if this wasn't a what if anymore? Because it's not. This year, right now, China is rolling out humanoids in two completely different jobs, and they reveal two very, very different futures for this exact same technology. So on one side, you've got the hospitality helper. Think a robot designed to clean hotel rooms. And on the other, the border guardian, a machine built for patrol and inspection. Yeah, two totally different robots, but they are absolutely part of the same revolution. So let's meet them. Okay, first up, the Zereth H1. This robot is designed to solve a very common, very human problem, that constant shortage of staff in hotels and service industries. It's not some flashy, futuristic concept. Nope, this thing's a workhorse. Now, this is the number that explains everything. Just $13,600 US. That is the price tag on one Zereth H1. And at a price like that, rolling out a whole fleet of them isn't just possible anymore, it's actually a pretty smart business move. The H1 is built for the job, plain and simple. See, it's got a wheeled base, which is way more stable and efficient for moving around indoors. Its body can actually adjust its height to reach stuff on low shelves or high surfaces. It's here for what we call the dull, dirty, and dangerous work, cleaning toilets, vacuuming floors, and making sure your hotel room is perfectly stocked. And this is the really crucial point here. The whole design philosophy is about practicality, not perfection. The H1 isn't trying to walk and talk and act exactly like a human. The goal wasn't to build the most advanced robot ever, it was to build the most useful one, to solve a real-world labor crisis. Okay, let's shift gears, because on the other side of this revolution is a completely different kind of machine, built for a completely different purpose. Let's meet the UBTech Walker S2, the border guardian. And we are not talking about a small test run here. This is a $37 million government contract to put these robots to work at the China-Vietnam border. I mean, that level of investment, that tells you just how strategically important this tech has become. So, unlike the H1 with its wheels, the Walker S2 is fully bipedal. It walks on two legs, stands 176 centimeters tall. It's designed for endurance, for harsh, unpredictable environments. Its job? To guide travelers, to conduct patrols, and even perform inspections, all while being strong enough to lift objects up to 7.5 kilograms. Now, for a security role, a robot can't just clock out. It needs to operate constantly. And the S2 has a killer feature that makes that possible. It can swap its own battery, completely autonomously. The whole process takes just 3 minutes. That means this thing can run pretty much 24/7 with almost no human help. So these two robots, the helper and the guardian, they didn't just appear out of thin air, right? They're the direct results of a very deliberate national strategy. Think of it like an engine room of innovation that is powering this entire revolution. And when you look at them side by side like this, you can really see that strategy in action. You've got wheels versus two legs, service versus security, a low-cost model versus a high-investment one. Each robot is purpose-built for its mission. This is not a one-size-fits-all game. The driving force behind all this is a big idea called embodied intelligence. It's China's national strategy, and it's all about creating AI that doesn't just live on a server somewhere. It's about giving AI a physical body so it can interact with and actually change the world around it. It's about AI that can do stuff. So what's the result of this strategy? Well, the projections are pretty wild. In 2025, China is on track to capture literally half of the entire global market for humanoid robots. Its massive manufacturing base and strong government support have created the perfect ecosystem for explosive growth. But as you can imagine, a technological leap this massive brings up a lot of really complex questions. This revolution really has two sides: incredible promise and undeniable peril. I mean, the promise is obvious, right? Robots can solve labor shortages in places like hotels. They can boost efficiency and make jobs safer, keeping human border guards out of harm's way. And for countries with aging populations, they can fill really critical gaps in care and public service. But the peril is just as real. What happens to the millions of people who work in housekeeping or security? A robot patrol is also a mobile surveillance platform, which raises huge questions about privacy and control. The ethical dilemmas here, they're profound. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The very same underlying technology can be used for two completely different goals. It can power a hotel butler built for your comfort, or a border enforcer built for state control. Which really brings us to the fundamental question about the future of work itself. Are these machines here to augment what we do, to help us, to free us up for more creative tasks? Or are they here to just replace us entirely? And that's exactly why 2025 feels like such a critical moment. We are standing at a tipping point in the relationship between us and intelligent machines. And the choices we make right now are going to shape our world for decades to come. So if you take away one thing from all of this, let it be this. The age of humanoid robots isn't on the horizon anymore. With these real-world deployments happening in China, it has arrived. The conversation has totally shifted from if this is going to happen to how we're going to live with it. So as we start to see these machines checking us into hotels and patrolling our borders, the final question isn't really for the engineers or the policymakers. It's for all of us. Humanoids are here. So how will we choose to live with them?